Welcome back to another week of Word of Mouth, talking mental health, relationships, business, etc. Y'all know the deal. Like and subscribe to the channel. Link down below to all our social media platforms. So this week has been a pretty good week. I officially certified as a licensed life coach now. So yay for me. And got my practicum site, getting all that stuff going forward and whatnot. Still working on that thesis. And it's really a 24-hour job working on that, but gonna get it done soon. What else? Life's been pretty good. Started my second sleeve. It's it's kind of hard to see right now, but starting it, like, I know it don't make sense. It's just a bunch of diamonds on me right now. I got a couple more to add, but when I draw on the rest of it, it'll look good. You'll see it here soon. Well, I won't say soon, but in the coming months/years. But let's get into the topic today. Today we're talking domestic violence, and this is a recent situation that happened. Not when I mean recent, like as in 2 days ago. Blueface and his girlfriend or fiance or baby mama, I don't know what she is to him. I'm just gonna say girlfriend, Kristen Rock. We're gonna discuss that, but first we're gonna watch the video. Because in the clips, and it's gonna be like a multiple series thing, and then I'm gonna chime in.
So we're here with Baby D, the heavyweight champ of the world. Don't laugh now, it's funny. What's funny?
I'm not laughing.
Yes, she is.
I'm not laughing. Recording.
She done hit me in my.
I'm
Got a nice little shiner. So, Because you're not saying nothing. That's the only way I can get you to talk. I can see she's fine. What's up, cuz? What you need? To leave me the fuck alone. Fuck it, 100,000. You viral now, cuz. Come on. You wanna beat me up in public? So what's up?
beat you up.
What will it take for us to end this nice and pleasant?
It's not pleasant.
Yeah. 100,000 is pretty pleasant.
It's not gonna do anything.
Yes, it is. You're gonna be set up. You're gonna get you. You feel me? Huh? What you want?
No, nothing.
So you just gonna leave on your own recognizance? What are we gonna do, cuz? You want a title fight? You wanna shot at the title, cuz? Like, you wanna... We got Rocky Balboa in this month. Look at her. Just a fighting mother. All your life you had to fight, huh?
He stopped
You
being.
loves Harpo, but you killed him dead before you let him beat you. Okay. Y'all shut the up. Y'all don't know this. Y'all don't know her. Okay. I barely know her.
Can you stop filming it?
And went through her damn phone. It's ugly. She CEO at the damn jailhouse.
Why are you lying?
And they come bail her out.
Can you stop?
She's sending the CO to hotel. They don't know you really or just a whore with tattoos. Like, what type of shit? It's crazy, cuz. We gotta bail you out. And then we got this bad. Picked it up from her little apartment, wherever. Picked her up, dropped her off, They did Lord knows what. I don't know.
Why are you acting like that?
Who else we got? We got Terry sending him his whole video. This nigga,
Respond.
he fucking CEO at the damn jailhouse.
Why are you lying?
And they come bail her out.
Can you stop?
She's sending the CO to hotel.
Why are you doing that?
Mr. Hughes too, yep. And he got a wife, and she probably gonna see this. Yo, Mr. Hughes, yep. Back at the jailhouse in New Orleans. Like, what type of bitch, like, what? You fucking with the CO, cuz? You was in jail for 48 hours. What I want to know is, for real, how you got to bail the bitch out and she fucking the CO? Like, cuz couldn't give you a get out of jail free card?
Why are you saying you fucked me? Like, why you have to say that?
He didn't fuck you?
No.
So how you know what hotel you was staying at?
You didn't even know what I was.
He was waiting outside your hotel. He called you. You said you enjoyed his company.
Not like, what, in person?
Yeah. You said I was just observing you and blushing. Where the fuck was this happening at?
Babe, why are you like doing all this?
Cause they think you just a real solid bitch. They don't know you really a whore, just
I'm not a whore.
a whore with tattoos. Like, what type of shit is that?
So as you can see, this was a really long clip, multiple clips and whatnot, and yeah. So this is kind of wild. Everything that happens at this point, it kind of looks a little clickbaitish. Not really sure if it is or isn't, but and this is a serious matter to be discussed. So let me go ahead and say this: domestic violence is not cute. It's not funny. It's not okay in any type of capacity, whether it's coming from man or woman. It's never okay. It's not okay to be a part of it. It's not okay for to let it to happen to you. Like you see in the video, she got him pretty good. He had to wrestle her down to the ground. All that looks bad, especially for black men, because even if she's an initiator of the situation in any type of capacity, you're pretty much in a double-edged sword type of situation, because if you defend yourself and the right people or the wrong people around, they're going to be like, well, you shouldn't be hitting the female regardless of what she got going on. And self-defense is self-defense regardless of who's doing it. Or they're going to blame you, say you must have been cheating, you must have been doing that. It's never going to be on the onus for a woman to just not to lack self-control or emotional intelligence not to do these things as far as the hitting goes. But let me go into other aspects of domestic violence, and this is something I learned fairly recently. Domestic violence isn't just somebody hitting you or beating you. It's especially for men. This is more so goes out to the men. It's various forms of things that happen financially. It's you paying for a lot of stuff, or majority of the things, and them paying for nothing. Now, if you got a circumstance where that's what it is, and that's what it is, but it's like your partner or spouse or significant other isn't holding up their end of the bargain. You're paying all the bills in the house, or at least the majority, but you're coming home to a messy house, or yelling and screaming, or belittling and patronizing aspects. And whether you want to accept it or realize it or not, that's a form of domestic violence. It's emotional. It's abuse. Because, not to say you're perfect, but you're doing what you're supposed to do, and that person isn't. It's lying about their finances. It's every time y'all get into an altercation or a situation, they're ready to call the police on you to remove you from the premises, even though you've done nothing. And that's a very dangerous situation for any man to be in, especially a black man, because what comes with that, especially what we're seeing now, is usually death or murder. We'll use the term murder or homicide, and no repercussion for the consequences for the officer after doing that. It's cornering you off from your family and friends. It's not being able to see them, or having problems when you go out go out to see them or visit them, and there's always arguments or something that takes place while you're out or gone. It's not being able to deal with the opposite sex in any type of capacity. Now, there's appropriate ways and inappropriate ways to do it, but when you look around and turn and see things that's like, well, why is this appropriate for you to do and it's not appropriate for me to do? That's a form of abuse or domestic violence. And it's always not these major things. It could be little things like every time you're sleeping, they're stomping around the house or slamming doors or talking loud. It's, I don't know, when you got important business to handle or something, appointments or times, they're always hindering you from that, or it's hindering your dreams and your goals in some type of capacity. It's damaging your things or your property. It's lying to people around you or their people to make you seem like the bad guy or like they're the victim in a situation, like they've done nothing to you. And let me say this for women who don't understand unaware. There's always a reason why a man does something. Whether you understand it, know it, or it's justified, there's always a reason, whether y'all agree with it or not. Outside of hitting or wanting to leave. Even in this situation with Blueface, he's trying to pay this woman to leave his house, leave his premises, and she doesn't want to go. And nobody wants to ruin somebody's life by calling the police or something like that. But fellas, we're going to have to learn to bite the bullet, because at this point, she only cares about herself and what's best for her. She doesn't care about anybody else in this situation. And if you have your trauma and your abuse, you need to take time to be alone and deal with that before you go and ruin somebody else's life or put somebody in a vicarious situation. Because 9 times out of 10, if this keeps transpiring, it's going to get to the point where he blows up and there's going to be no recovering. And God forbid that happens, that he's able to get away, but that's what it comes to. Because she pretty much put it out there, and I posted on the screen. She said she's not leaving. You have to go to a cycle ward. And this is on a big scale. There are men who go through this on the day-to-day scale too. Like I remember a situation with this guy. His baby mama used to call the police on him like once a month. I won't even say it's once a month. Every time he got a new girlfriend, she called the police on him and had him arrested. Every single time. And the police had no choice but to arrest him, especially if he had priors or something like that. So he said at least once a month he would spend time in prison over a weekend and nothing would happen to it. And there's no repercussions or consequences for this action. So that's all I got to say about this. Just be mindful and be wary. There are definitely different avenues and venues that can help both men and women get out of domestic violence situations. So like and subscribe to the channel. Link down below to all our social media platforms. And this is Word of Mouth. Peace.